Hey everybody, it's Happy Home Gamer here again, and welcome back to more Star Trek Online. Last time on the Let's Play, we completed a mission Communication Breakdown, and gained some more experience. Now we're Lieutenant 4, yay, now we have 4 grades. Great, yes. Anyway, this time on Star Trek Online, we'll be completing the mission Assimilation of the Innocent. Right now we need to go to the Vega system now. In this case, well, first off, we need to change out some of our equipment. It's a very good idea to swap your equipment every now and then, so you're up to date. Because the game can get pretty hard if you're not up to date with both your stats, your skills, and your equipment. But this is the equipment screen and inventory. When you click the open equipment screen, your inventory automatically opens with it, so you don't have to mess around. But anyway, let's go to the USS Pennsylvania, and we see this is our stats. I won't go to any through this at all until we really need to, because, well, we were going to need to eventually, but not right now. We don't have the time for that. But anyway, we have our weapons, our deflector, impulse, warp shields, at weapons, devices, and consoles for engineering, science, and tactical. We have some items here right now, so let's... So here we have a Hyper Impulse Engine Mark 1 speed. So generally, this is a re-recording of an episode I did last night at the time of recording this, and didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. And the last time, we got in that recording, I got a Hyper Impulse Engine Mark 1, but it was an auxiliary. This one is a speed. And generally, impulse engines, deflectors, warp cores, and shields will have a special or a secondary stat. It could be speed, it could be auxiliary, it could be weapons, it could be critical, it could be something. Or turn, or in this case for impulse engine, it could be also turn. And this one's speed. This will have an additional speed stat added to you. Instead of getting the normal 7.4 flight speed, you get an 8.2 flight speed, efficient at higher power levels. And you also get a little more turn rate. I want to equip this because this will make things a lot faster. Okay, binding. I kind of did the thing about that in the first episode about binding. When you bind an item, you will be unable to trade it to anybody, whether or not they're on your account or not, and you cannot sell it on the exchange. We'll get into the exchange when we get to Earth space stock soon, probably in the next episode. We'll get into Earth space stock in this episode, but next episode when we get into the intricacies of Earth space stock, I'll go into the intricacies of exchange. Also, well, yeah, those are the two things you can't do when your item is bound to you. You can't trade it, you can't sell it. That's pretty much it for binding. Anyway, we have a beam array. This is a Phaser Beam Array Mark 1 at damage. This will have an additional damage added to it. Where should I put this? This is uncommon, so... Okay, I should mention this. In the first episode, I kind of put up on screen kind of all the rarities and their colors. Well, you can tell from a glance, which is really cool, you can tell from a glance what rarity it is. See this kind of glow on it? Kind of this glow, this kind of greenish glow. If it's a green glow, it's uncommon. If it's a blue glow, it's rare. If it's purple, it's very rare. I mean, depending on the color of the glow, that will tell you at a glance what rarity it is. This is uncommon, obviously, because it's green. This is a actually, I won't go over that in a minute. We'll be going over that again in that rifle and the map on the ground in Vega, but not right now. This is a Neutrino Deflector Array Mark II Control Critical X. So, what is it? Oh, excuse me, control. I thought it's critical. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I can't wear it with my headset, though. I don't know what Control X does, actually. I'll put up on screen in post what Control X does. I don't really know what it does. But deflector arrays are equipment that influences your science abilities. So this is 7.5 structure control expertise, improves control effects and resistance to the same. It has +5 Starship Drain expertise, improves energy and shield drain, resistance to the same. And +5 Starship Perception, improves detection of cloaked ships. And if you really want to be able to mess up Klingons, because we'll be fighting Klingons for a long time here, you really want to have the ability to detect cloaked ships. Because they cloak all the time. They are annoying. And so is another species that's famous in the Star Trek franchise that cloaks a lot. We'll be getting to that later. I want to equip this because this is better one than I have already. We have a Photon Torpedo Mark 1 damage. This is all. Then we'll do more damage. So I think I want to put this here because I don't believe there. Okay, so next we have this. This is a shield emitter. Shield emitter amplifier Mark II. This is a console for your science slots, and that's what these three down here are for. You will have every ship in the game has engineering console slots, and science console slots, and tactical console slots in limited amount based on what type of ship they are. Science vessel, escort, or cruiser. I'll be getting to those a little bit in the next episode when we go over through Earth space dock. Right now, as you can see in the last episode, one of my shields almost went down. We want to be able to regenerate our shields very quickly. This will allow us to do that. So yes, that's all I wanted to go through here. I'll be going into this again on the ground in a minute here. But anyway, so now we're in sector space in the Vega colony. We're not at the Vega colony. Kind of dropped us off earlier in the last episode. To get to the Vega system, you go to your system map, click on the Vega system, and click OK. This will auto-navigate there for you and will dump you off right at the Vega system. This is very convenient. It will get you where you need to go instantly. Well, not instantly, but it will get you where you need to go. So you don't have to navigate yourself and just keep looking in the maps like, oh, where am I going? Because believe me, before they did that, when I first started playing this game, I did that so much. I was like, where do I need to go? Oh, let me check the map. Okay, that's where I need to go. Okay, where do I need to go? Oh, let me check the map. You know, it was constant with me, and I'm so glad that I figured out that you can auto-navigate. Anyway, we're moving at warp 5 point nothing, as Flores said in the first episode, that cutscene. I mean, also all these stars, those indicate systems. So we won't be going to most of these. We won't be going to, except unless we're going to explore or do some generic missions or dailies. I mean, the only reason we'll be going there is for dailies, daily missions, or the community around here calls them dailies, but they're daily missions. So 2 light years away. Okay, so begin the assimilation of the innocent. Don't go to the slow. We're gonna crash in the sun. We're crashing in the sun. So let's begin the mission.
We arrived before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain?
Hail the colonies. We have to warn them.
Tivrell managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today?
The Borg are on their way to the system. You need to start evacuating.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about...
Borg are on their way, Mayor. You have to evacuate. Com, what just happened?
I have lost contact with Vega colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony.
Set course for the satellite. Right, so the satellite's over there. Okay, we need, There it is. Boost signal.
Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Your orders, sir.
Zarva, can we get to transport locks from the colonists?
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
Hurry, I think the Borg will be here any what? Crap, okay, I was terrible time to take a drink of water. My mouth is very dry. Okay, so we have some probes, and I think that's a sphere I see over there.
Those civilian ships are right in the Borg's path. We have to help them.
A new type of objective we have: defeat enemies. You will frequently through this game, when you are in space, you'll have or even on the ground, you'll have a number of enemies you'll have to defeat to progress through the rest of the story. These are very simple. You shouldn't have no problem getting around them. However, if you can't find, sometimes if you cannot find a group, they'll be marked, but sometimes they're not. I don't know why. I don't want you targeting them. Target you. Probe, escort probe. Okay, they're just basic escort probes are just another type of frigate for the Borg. No different than a regular probe. Even in stats. Ooh, this song. Right, so we're turning around very lazily. Also, planetary assimilation probes are no different than regular probes either. They're, even in stats and weapons, they're just the same. They're just called that for the sake of the story. Right, so planetary. So yes, I should mention now that we're getting kind of the more battles now. This game is chock full of required battles. It is full of it, but it is an MMO anyway, so it's very important that you do these battles because you do get skill points for them. A small number, but they do add up, and there's some also items in the game that also boost those. You get multipliers. I'm a veteran. I've been subscribed to the game for about, I think, about 600 days at this point. So I have skill point boosters. But anyway, there's a lot of battles in this game, and most of them I won't be cutting out unless it's important. A mini boss, final or main boss, whatever it is, I won't be cutting. I won't be cutting those up, but most of them I will, because sometimes later in the game they get long. I get a real long, and in those cases they're not enjoyable to watch. I mean, I'm doing the best I can to make this, even these mundane parts, mundane beginnings of the parts of the game, enjoyable to watch, anyway.
Captain, I have short-range communications. Long-range signals are still blocked. I can contact the planet and have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However, the Borg have already landed and are moving toward the colony. It may be more prudent to retreat back to the Renown, sir.
You can make her stand here, Cadet. Look for any more Borg landing parties. Alright. So there's a group over there.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
Right, so we need to get moving. New respawn point. Okay, respawn points. Several. When you do a mission, you will find that there are respawn points. You want to. There really is no way to avoid them.
You are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
You will. Really, there's no way to avoid them. You will hit them regardless of where you are on the map, even if you're on the pathway. So, yeah, come on. Why do you keep hiccuping? Oh, I am very close to the ship that is about to explode.
All civilian ships have safely warped out the system, Captain.
Anyway, we have a new ability that I just realized we have, but I won't use it on this guy because he's almost dead. So what can we use? Okay, this one. Planetary Simulation Probe. We have this. This is Tachyon Beam. Tachyon Beam will do this. They drain shields and is influenced by one of your stats or skills. And if you are a science officer, Tachyon Beam is very useful for you because you'll more often than not have more science abilities and you'll be using more of your skill points towards science abilities. Anyway, we also have another ability that I didn't go over yet. This is Emergency Power to Shields. Emergency Power to Shields 1. It's just healed shields. So, yeah, that's good, right? And we are too close to you. Crap. Yeah, we got hit by it. So yeah, the warp core exploded, we got hit by it. Right, so we're about to go on the ground, finally. Been spaced long enough.
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Right. Beam down to the surface. Beam down. Alright, so whenever you're about to go to the go down the ground with an away team, you will be prompted to choose away team members. Since we only have 3 bridge officers at the moment, we can only take 1. So we have a list of Flores, but we can take Travell or Zarva with us in the replacement of Flores. If you don't feel that your away team is appropriate for the mission, you can switch them out, obviously. But you can also, if I go into here, go to stations, you can also set a standard away team here, and also your stations up here. We'll go into that later when we get into the intricacies of ships. So we'll just go for Flores for right now. She should be adequate for the task. Alright, so we're on the ground.
Captain, according to our readings, over half the planet is already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters.
Understood. We will manually tag any survivors fine for transport. Any questions?
No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
Alright, so right now we can So we can equip that new weapon. We have a Phaser Split Beam Rifle Mark 1, DOT-1. This is damage over time 1. What is it? Right, so the auto-targeting beam, which is an exploit attack, will have a 2.5% chance to deal 4.8 physical damage per second for 15 seconds. I don't know if that's just phaser damage or just regular physical damage. But anyway, we'll equip this, because damage over time can be useful, especially against the enemies we're about to fight. But we also want to make sure we keep our way team, or our bridge officers, completely well equipped and up to date. Again, this game can be very difficult if you are not up to date. You need to keep yourself up to date. I can't emphasize that more, because little naive me in 2010 in the beta of this game, because yes, I've been playing since beta. Well, not beta, I mean just after beta, more like it. I would consider it beta because it was early on. Anyway, 2010, little old me, very naive in the game, didn't know how to play whatsoever, never played an MMO before. I did not get that you had to keep yourself up to date, and I was dying all the time. Anyway, we need to get moving. The Borg are attacking, and I'm very hungry right now. I just realized that I need to eat food soon. I'm probably do that when I'm done with this recording, but I might not. I don't know.
That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. We too late? Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pop nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area soon.
So tag refugees. So let's keep moving on. Anyway, for clarification, when we get to our space dock, we will be spending the majority, if not the entire video, explaining more mechanics about this game that I don't go over in this tutorial in these first couple missions. If you already played this game, you don't need to listen to my lovely little voice. So you can just skip over that, or hell, you don't even watch my videos. I mean, you don't need to, right?
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Take armor from the crates and open the gate. Alright, so we're about to get a new type of equipment. We retrieve supplies from here. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. So we have... Don't tell me this! I told you not to tell me that. So we have armor. Armor is this energy damping Starfleet standard issue. You equip it here to your body, and in the previous installments of updates to this game, when you equipped armor, it would appear over your entire body, but it's now replaced by something else that we'll be seeing in our space dock. Your armor will protect your body from certain type of damage. In this case, it does from both types of damage, and all energy and all kinetic. Both of them for +10. I'm going to equip a list of floors with this too. There are a lot of different types and different varieties of armor in this game, and you want to be able to familiarize them with it all, because body armor is important, along with personal shields. That's important too, but body armor can protect you where your shields cannot, because your personal shields, as we'll be seeing soon, can wear off very quickly, and you'll only be able to be defended by your body armor. So just keep in mind about that. Right, go through the gate.
Oh no.
Oh, the Borg.
We're too late.
Yeah, Borg. So these are drones. These are ensign equivalents. They have no personal shields, little health. And let's check you. Right, so the drones. So she's been assimilated. So yes, drones, they have little health, no personal shields, they're ensign equivalents, but we're going to see the lieutenant equivalent very soon here. For right now, we just got drones. So generally, well, I'll talk about this again later, but, oh, there's a photon grenade. So attack civilian for beam out. Almost paused the game there for a second. Starfleet. What a sight. So anyway, so we have a beam rifle here. I haven't gone over this yet. So you have a generic beam setting, and you have an all-targeting beam. This is an exploit attack. When you fire this beam, I'll show it to you here. didn't do it! Crap. So I didn't target enough. Crap, don't die. It still didn't do it. Okay, there we go. That's something else I can talk about. If you were to use an exploit attack on an exposed target, there is a possible chance that that target will vaporize, and that is an instant death for that person who vaporized. Also, if you're exposed and you're hit with an exploit attack, there's a chance that you can also die, vaporize as well. That is also instant death. But anyway, tactical drones. Tactical drones are the lieutenant equivalent of the Borg. They have a personal shield, it's a little more health, and they have a little more powerful weapon than drones do. They're a little harder. They are a little harder than drones are, but there are other enemies in this game that, or at least from the Borg at least, that are more devastating and more annoying to deal with than drones and tactical drones are alone. Anyway, we need to. Okay, there we go. If you fire an auto-targeting beam, it will fire 1 to 3 beams at 1 to 3 targets at once. This is great for doing more spreading damage across several enemies, at least 3 enemies, and draw distance. Oh dear. There we go. So Riddler's gone. Come on. Oh dear. This is happening again. Really? You do this to me again, Internet? Let's see. Come on. Come on, Internet. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, okay. Okay. I apologize for this, guys. Okay. Okay. I derped out there real good. I was spent there for a solid 3 minutes or so, thinking, why can't I talk to her? When I realized that I didn't complete this objective. Sometimes, if you don't complete all objectives before you reach another objective thing, you can't do it until you complete any previous objectives. And this is an example of this. So we need to do this. I so apologize for that. It's just, I thought my internet was crapping out on me again. It didn't, thankfully. So now we can talk to Post. I'll meet you over by Post. Part of a balanced breakfast. Alright, so we hear this is Post, part of the balanced breakfast.
I apologize for Coles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements?
We're the only ones here. The Megalvania is in orbit.
I see. And it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg.
We can rescue them, but something is blocking our transporters.
I know. Coles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship.
Yeah, right. You're welcome. Yeah, we did good here, right? That can't be everyone, right?
There are dozens more hiding out in the buildings. But Coles and I have a plan. We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade colony, and this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
You have my thing, so I'll retrieve the equipment and set up the pattern enhancer. Alright, so we're about to get a new type of equipment. What is it going to be? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Tactical kits. This is the introduction of kits. Kits are amazing. They are brilliant, and then one of the best additions you can have to your captain. Keep in mind that only captains can equip kits. Your bridge officers cannot. But what a kit does is that when you equip one, you'll be gaining abilities. There are some abilities that are exclusive to kits only, not including bridge officers. Bridge officers can learn these same abilities that kits can give you, but your captain cannot learn them on their own. They need kits. This one gives you a photon grenade, Mark 1. I don't need to tell you what grenades do, so at least I hope I don't, and I need to equip this hypo here. There we go. So, yes. Let's continue. But anyway, let me equip photon grenade here. Where is it? Photon grenade. No. There we go. Anyway, yeah. If you want to, I just mentioned this. Now that we have an ability here, This is available skills. If you press this key here, you can see your skills, and what you can do is click and drag them to your slots, any one you want. Later on in the game, when you buy equipment or get abilities, you won't have them equipped automatically. Sometimes they're not equipped automatically, so you have to do it manually. If you get a brand new ship, you'll also need to equip it manually. What's this? Okay, this is also something I'll be talking about in a minute. When we get into some more intricacies of battling. So let's set up the transport inhibitor enhancers. But yeah, I'll be getting into that in a minute.
We have lowered shields for the transporters, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
The pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way.
I need to signal the assistants to come here for transport.
I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
As long as we need to. Give the signal! Alright, so we need to hold off until the civilians can transport out. So yes, what is that ability we have? Well, this is Pounce. Every species in the game except for generic alien has their own special ability. So this is Pounce. If I can use it. There we go. Pounce is the Acacian specialty. It will do that what it just did. I don't know what exactly it just did. It does 62.3 physical damage, 8% chance to knock back 6 feet, and some other stuff. The one I think that is the most useful, at least the ones I played, is Vulcan. Vulcans get Mind Meld. Mind Meld causes confusion, which is a very rare status infliction in this game. Believe it or not, there are status inflictions. And Borgs are cleaning up already. If the target is confused, they kind of walk around willy-nilly, and they can't attack. But we probably won't be able to have the ability for that. Science officers probably have that same ability, but we won't. So, but you don't exactly have to worry about confusion on you, because I don't really know if there's an enemy in this game that can inflict confuse on you. Unless they're not another player in PvP. If they're another player in PvP, they probably can, but you can't alone. So, entering a hail. That weapon looks really cool, by the way. Enter ship's hull.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Hang in there, Travell. We'll be there soon. Mayor, thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
I'm not finished yet. Kolez, you're with me.
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
Alright, open colony gate. Let's get moving.
Kolez, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated. Don't hesitate.
Alright, so the gate's there. The console to open it is there. So what's back here? Is there anything back here? No, it's just a crevice. Right, so this is an example right here. Don't get confused with anything. If you see a model or anything, really, if you see someone with a red tag, that is guaranteed to be an enemy. If it has a red tag, it is going to be an enemy. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you see a red tag, shoot it. These are some civilians. If they have red tags, which means you must shoot them. They are enemies. They will attack you. They will kill you ruthlessly. So yes, just remember that, because lots of games they do kind of things. Oh, you just don't shoot the civilian. And in this game, we're shooting civilians that have been assimilated. I mean, they're long gone. So we can shoot them. Anyway, there's the kind of the hub over there, and the I don't remember what those are called.
The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field.
Alright, my weapon disappeared again. Oh, Kolez is right. Oh, Kolez is in my screen. He's way too close to the screen. So let's talk to
The Borg are so,
yeah.
what's the word? Effective? Systematic? evil. I'm gonna go with evil.
Disable Borg force field. I'll just pause the game again. Alright. Don't attack him! I'm being chased by a... well, I guess you could say Brody Fox of the Borg. Anyway, I think I'll just throw a grenade on him. This is Borg 101. This is the example of a boss on the ground. Very easy boss, though. Well, I more call this the mini boss, really. He's not that hard, even now. Okay.
The ship is transporting anyone that can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time. We need to get back as soon as possible.
Beam out.
We're packed to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed, so we can't reach the Renown or the Kittimer. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over.
Can we configure the satellites in the system to send an automated warning?
Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
Sounds like a solid plan. Helm landing course for this first satellite. Excuse me, I hiccuped and burped again. So the first satellite's over there, dead ahead. And we're still too far away, excuse me. There we go.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
They never give up, do they? So, we got 3 probes on us. Prepare to take some major damage. We may die here. In a previous recording I did with this battle, I almost died. I got down by like 21% hull. So yes. This battle is unavoidable, even though pretty much all of them are unavoidable. So, yeah, I mean, we're already down to 77. Crap. We need to get. Oh, crap. We move our stats here. Our subsystem power. I'm doing much better on this than I was doing last time, though. That's good. Alright, last probe. Stop! Fire! Really? Get it fire? Because I'm on fire? Right? Huh? Right? Okay. Alright. Okay, this is taking forever. I need to turn around and hit you with a torpedo, and you're... Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, you know what? That's actually, no, that's rather fortunate. Fire torpedoes. There. Heading down. You destroyed 20 Borg ships. Anyway, we get an accolade. When we get to our space dock, I'll go over accolades. Because they're interesting. Actually, I could probably go over accolades right now. Actually, no, I'm not. Actually, that requires a window to be opened. And, wow, we're turning slow. How much health do we have? 6,550. Wonderful. Second satellite, here we come. And my mouth is dry again. I do apologize for that. My mouth gets very dry when I talk for a long time. This is, I think, the second episode I'm recording today. So, yeah, I've been talking quite a bit.
Never thought I'd wish I was back at the academy studying for the astrometrics final.
Ship is under attack.
Almost. Should do it. There we go. 84% already. So yeah, I'll cut this battle out and I'll meet you here when I'm done. This could take a while.
Sir, there are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Alright, so we're back here. If you're listening to Force there, we got ships on the way, so we need to get this relay satellite configured, and now. If we can get over there fast enough. How fast are we going? Oh, crap! Okay, this is it. This is one of the most annoying type of ship the Borg have in their arsenal. The cube. Cubes are annoying, as I probably have emphasized already. Cubes have so many... Oh, okay. That was kind of break of tension there. Cubes are the cruiser equivalent. Not the dreadnought equivalent, but cruiser equivalent. They have very powerful weapons, they have very powerful torpedoes, and also their abilities are based around causing damage and making you lose your crew. I'll go over crew stats in a minute, though. Soon, in Aerospace Talk I'll probably go over it. But, the cube here seems to be not focusing on me. It seems to be focusing on the Defiant over there. So, we can just blow on this and not have to worry about them. The cube won't attack you, really. We're not generating nearly enough threat compared to them. Again, I'll go over threat as a stat soon. I can probably just go over it right now. Yeah, threat. Threat is a stat that determines how much attention you will get from enemies. If you generate very little threat, generally the enemy will target enemies that are generating more threat than you are, because all ships generate threat. However, you generate more threat, the enemy will more likely target you. This can have an advantage because your threat stat also gives you a defensive bonus. So it's pick or choose. If you want to generate more threat and get a defense bonus, or do you want to generate less threat and have them make the game easier for you? Personally, I like having more threat so I can get that defense bonus, because that can really help in tight situations. Okay, done with that ship.
We held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can.
Glad to see you. There's no way we can defeat the cube ourselves.
You have handled things well thus far. Excellent thinking on reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system.
Are we going to attempt to retake Vega?
I will be discussing that option with the other captains here, but your priority is to protect the civilians you have on board, as well as to ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth space dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He will have more information for you. You and your crew have done well. Koles would make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Alright, we have completed Assimilation of the Innocent. We get experience points, expertise, and some items, as usual, and also we get Koles.
Congratulations.
Captain Volok told us to get to Earth's space dock, and I think he's right. We need to get the civilians to safety, and I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Alright, so warp to Earth space dock. Alright, so welcome to Earth Space Talk, everybody! This is the main hub of the game, and there's a lot to do here and a lot to see. And we'll be covering that next time on Star Trek Online. See you guys later!